to video. If you happen to be new to the channel, ground and pound that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on post notifications so that way you know each every time a new video goes up. Um, I've gotten several questions on social media, and they've all been asking primarily the same question. When choosing a specialist, which one do I necessarily go for? And then a part B as far as how do you level up your specialist the fastest? Well, I'm here to give you my opinion and what I find, not just based on number wise, but time wise and time consumption, because those of us that are limited with our time, do we want to know the best way in order to pick a specialist and to level that said specialist up. So let's hop right into it. So you got three to choose from: Demolitionist, Survivalist, and Sharpshooter. I'm not going to go over entirely all three, but just the basics. Alright, Demolitionist is primarily keyed to explosive damage as well as SMGs and LMGs. The Survivalist is geared more to the AR variety and also shotguns. And when it comes to Sharpshooter, it is geared to rifles and marksman rifles. And then basically it all depends on what your playstyle is and what your choice of weapon is. All you have to do is go over and look at all three trees and pick which one best suits your playstyle and what best suits the kind of agent you want to be in the Division 2. So if you're primarily using a rifle or marksman rifle, then you want to go with a sharpshooter. If you are more of a shotgun AR guy, then you want to go with survivalist, and of course demolitionist if you like to blow crap up and use SMGs and LMGs, then the demolitionist is for you. All three are unique and have their ups and their downs, their strengths and their weaknesses, so it's based on more or less personal preference and what type weapons and what your playstyle is. Now, part B to answer the question on exactly how to level up your specialist the fastest, well, there are multiple ways of doing so, but I find this method to be the most prominent and also the fastest, because either you are speeding your way through all the story missions and then at the end picking your specialist and then doing your side missions, but then you're left with one problem. You don't have enough points accumulated to unlock every single thing on your skill tree, because you need 160 total. So what do? And then those that try to slow play it and do the story missions and side missions and everything all in one particular area before moving on, the same thing happens. You get pretty much bogged down by trying to get all these points for the skill trees, and you're wondering, am I ever going to level my specialist up the fastest? Well, I'm here to help. So what you want to do, if you have no side missions whatsoever to continue to get those skill points to add to your specialist, and you're tired of grinding all the invaded missions, then there's only a short few options. Option A is all these control points, as you can see on my map here. Some of them have level 1s on them, some of them have level 2s, and some have level 3s. Now, the twofold process of hitting the control points, if they are level 3, then not only will you get specialist points to help upgrade your skill tree, but also you can gain blueprints for mods. And outside of that is basically in order to up their level, as you can see here, by attacking patrol points or propaganda broadcast or execution little things, anything that you see that has a number on it that's connected, such as these supply lines, to a control point, then you just do these and then it will up the level to the adjoining control point in which it's tied to. As you can see, my supply line is linked to more or less this one, and more or less things of this nature are in the enemy hands of that control point, and that's how you increase the level of that control point. So once you reach level 3, keep doing those and you'll not only get blueprints, but you'll gain demolition points. Now there is another method now, is doing your bounties. Doing high priority or any bounties will get you gear and also specialist points to go toward unlocking your skill tree. And as you can see, there are a plethora on the map, and there are also locations that there'll be just a guy standing off in a dark corner. No, he's not trying to sell you some illegal activity or pimp somebody out to you. Um, but he also, you can walk up to him and he asks, "Do you want to accept the bounty?" They're scattered throughout the map, sometimes just in free roam while you're collecting materials or hitting the sewers for hyena keys to hurry up and get your crafting materials and blueprints for the chatterbox, things of that nature. You'll stumble across these. That, in turn, in my opinion, can get you more specialist points faster than just hitting all the supply lines and upping the threat levels of those control points that are held by enemy hands. Because bounties don't take very, very feisty or really quick. And so you don't want to wipe and then have to fast travel back to it, and that just eats up a lot of time. But if you take yourself at a slow pace, take out as many NPCs as possible, or you can just go Rambo it. If you have tons of damage to elites on, plus you have pretty good skill power with a lot of heals, and of course that hefty, self revive from by way of Hive, then yes, by all means, if you drop, then it'll instantly pick you back up, and you can complete it. But when it comes to bounties, if you fail that bounty, you will lose your intel. So gather as much intel as you want and as possible and do all those bounties. And then if you still haven't completely leveled up your skill tree by doing all that, then up the threat levels of the control points to level 3, and then go in there, especially if you're already going to be grinding for blueprints, then basically it's the best bang for your buck. You kill two birds with one stone, so to speak. But I just want to hit you with a quick video and pretty much just throw that out there. As far as when it comes to choosing what specialist you want, just go through every single part of the skill tree and then make a prioritized list, whether you're playing mostly solo, duo, in a squad, and so on and so forth. And especially if you want to level up all 3 of the specialists, it's going to be an absolute grind, but that will be the absolute fastest, is doing bounties and then also doing the control points. So that's it. I hope it's been informative. I hope it'll help you out and get all your talents of your specialist unlocked. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you fudging later.